So I thought I would talk about a little bit about how to hold difficult situations, difficult feelings, um, in a way that gives us some space. So when we're dealing with um, helping our pets through this end of life journey, it can get difficult and challenging. And there are certain things that we just have to face, and they're not fun. Um, so we can, and many of us do, just turn away and deny or not want to deal with those things, or know that we're going to just break down and then, or try to be very strong about them. Um, and that's a way, or those are ways that we can deal with this. And I would like to suggest that there's another way, a way that we can make space and let all of that unfold, let those feelings be there. And that is by remembering that it's whatever's showing up for you emotionally, whether it's tears or frustration or anger, it honestly is just how love is showing up in that moment. Because this journey is about a journey of love in form, and then of love that moves to the formless. And so if we can find some place in our psyche to remember that whatever is happening is how love is showing up. So just remember that phrase. This is how love is showing up right now. Then there's room to remember, oh, it's love. And if I'm feeling really sad or devastated, that's how love is showing up. And if that becomes a little too overwhelming, then we can use the very special word and ask ourselves another question. This is how love is showing up right now. And how else does love show up in this relationship, in this loving relationship with my pet? How else can it show up? How else has love shown up? And so then we get to shift a little bit and don't get grabbed quite so strongly or so almost immovably out strong, don't get grabbed that strongly in the sadness, because we have allowed love to show up as sadness and then remembered, and it can show up other ways too. So the first step to making space to allow all of the really challenging things is to remember that what you're feeling and why you're feeling it is because that's how love is showing up. It's because you love them so much. You may not want them to leave, so you want to do things that keep them going for longer. And then once you really lean into that and allow yourself to feel and recognize, of course, this is how I'm feeling because this is how love is showing up, and it is still love, then you can make space and say, how else might love be showing up or want to show up or be able to show up? So first we remember this is how love is showing up, and then we remember that very, very special word, and. And love can show up other ways too. And I can be devastated and yet still be grateful for all the good times. And be gentle with this. Don't hammer yourself over the head with these ideas. Just be gentle and let the and kind of flow, and just make a little space for it. And you may not be able to spend much time in the and there's gratefulness or and there's joy. And that's okay. But you know it's there. And you know it's there because that's how love can show up. Thanks.